Take back your soul. This is another transmission from Mahadeva here at thunderwizard.com headquarters, where you find the world's only unified spiritual energy system at thunderwizard.com. Get ready, because here I come. Hello YouTube, this is Mahadev the Thunder Wizard, and in this video we are going to talk about how you personally, by yourself, can shift the entire Earth into 5D consciousness in 2022. This is a 5D psychic technique that anybody can do to awaken the whole world. Are you up for the challenge? All right, so I love getting questions, and I ask people if they have any questions, they can leave questions in the video comment section, and if I like the question, I will make a video about it. And as it so happens, I did find a question that I liked. So this is in response to my video, the 2 most important things to guarantee your ascension to 5D. If you want to, please go back and watch that video. It's got a lot of extremely important information. This person asks me, "Hi Michael, will we incarnate in 5D, or will we see this change in the world in this lifetime?" He goes on to say, "And I'm talking about the world in which, in your words, you say, quote, everyone is doing astral travel and everyone is levitating." So I was talking about how this is the shift that is coming. And either we make that shift, or we will, like the dinosaur, like the Neanderthals, we will meet a species extinction level event. So the good news is that we can choose. We can choose to make the shift to 5D. So 5D, I'm currently in 4D, just to let you know, so are you. We live in a 3-dimensional world, but we actually live in 4 dimensions because time is the 4th dimension. So 3 dimensions plus time is 4D. You and I live in 4D. But moving up to 5D, that is the realm of the Ascended Masters. That is the realm of gurus and enlightened beings, human beings that have, through their spiritual discipline, in the past, they've worked very hard in entire lifetimes, and what ends up happening is that the vibration in their DNA, in their cells, shifts to 5D, and they transport out of this dimension. They can physically manifest in 4D, or they can shift back and forth between 5D and 4D. And so we have only heard about this in the past, when there's been a really powerful, committed person who spends their whole life meditating in the woods or in a mountaintop or something like that, and like Babaji or people like that. In my tradition, there's been legends of the Grand Masters who achieved all kinds of really intense things. So that is going to change. And what is happening is that the Earth has reached its time limit. The alarm has gone off, and the Earth is going to shift into 5D. And all of the beings, human beings, who have achieved 5D consciousness or are ready to achieve that will make that shift. And if we are not, we won't. So the question is, this person is asking, will we incarnate in 5D, meaning in the next life? He's asking, will I incarnate as a baby in the next life in 5D, or will we see this change in this world in this lifetime? And I responded and I said, good question. I said, the future is not set in stone. If we as a species can drop the fear, it can happen tomorrow. And then I said, I think it is possible that I will see this in this lifetime. So I wanted to give him some hope. But, the thing is about people's questions, and this is why during live streams I'll say, what you really want to ask is, or if I can sense that there's some emotional, deep emotional feeling that's really driving the question that they either aren't able to become aware of, or they're sort of skirting it around because it's such an intense emotion, I start saying, what is it that you really want to ask me? So this is one of those questions. This person has something going on underneath, which is really about what's going to happen. So I say, good question. The future is not set in stone if we as a species can drop the fear, because fear keeps us trapped in a lower vibrational state. It also keeps your DNA from accessing the junk DNA to turn it on and to shift you into 5D. I say, if we as a species can drop the fear, it can happen tomorrow. And I absolutely believe that. I can feel it coming. And then I say, I think it is possible I will see this in this lifetime. And I believe that. The person then gets to the core of their question and they say, so does this depend on personal growth or collective growth of individuals? Because I don't think I can encourage other people to do so. This is a great question because this thinking behind this question is one of the things that will shift. Because we're going to go from thinking in dualistic terms, which is what 4D or 3D plus time is. We live in this dualistic, good, bad, up, down, right, left, these kinds of things. And so this person is saying, so do I do it or does everybody do it? And then he goes on to say, because I don't think I can basically persuade other people to shift, to drop their fear. So what's really happening here is this question is associated with a main issue of 5D ascension, which is a word called individuation. And I recommend that you look it up. It's a psychological term, individuation. Look it up, because this is what this question is about. In order to shift to 5D, we must individuate. Individuate is what all psychology is about. It's also what all meditation is about. Individuation in a practical real life situation can be you're with your soulmate. And in this case, I'm a heterosexual male, she's a female. And she happens to get her feelings hurt by something that I said. And she comes to me and she says, Michael, I'm very upset with you because you said this and it made me feel this way. Now, if I'm not individuated, which means I live in a duality, I'm still living in a two-dimensional way of thinking, I'm going to get upset and I'm going to say, how dare you accuse me of doing that to you? That's not what I was thinking. You're trying to control my thinking. I don't think this is going to work out. You and I don't belong together because my true soulmate would know what I was thinking. And that's somebody who's not individuated. You've run into people like that. I know I have. I know I've been like that. An individuated person, when your soulmate comes up to you and says, you really hurt my feelings when you said thus and such because it made me feel like this. You say, wow, that's really sad. I feel horrible that you had that feeling. And yet at the same time, I don't apologize and say, forgive me for saying that, because I know I didn't mean anything bad by that at all. I'm aware that this is her issue. I'm open to taking a look to see if maybe I was unconscious or not, but if I know that what I did and what I said either was coming from a place of love or, had nothing to do with her, then I don't have to apologize. But I don't have to defend myself. I can say, I'm so sad. Come here, let me give you a hug. I'm so sad that you feel that way. I've felt like that before too. You don't deserve to feel like that at all. And then she can say, what did you mean? And I can say, well, what I meant was, what I was thinking was, and then perhaps she will go, you know what, this is coming from my childhood. This has nothing to do with you. And then we have two individuated people. Individuation means that you are not responsible for how other people think, how other people feel. You are responsible for the actions that you take. You are responsible for your intentions, conscious or unconscious. You are responsible for the effects of your behavior. But you are not responsible for everything everybody thinks or does or chooses. So this question is hinged on, I don't have the power to change people's choices. I don't have the power to change people's free will, which is absolutely correct. But they're having difficulty figuring out, well, wait, do I just worry about myself, or do I have to tell them what to do? Because if I just worry about myself, then they won't shift. And you said, if we as a species can shift, then it'll happen. But I can't make anybody do anything. And now I feel guilty and responsible. I have to go change everybody. And then you become a cult leader and you go around trying to tell people to, believe in your religion. And I responded to the question, which again, the person asks, so does this depend on personal growth or collective growth of individuals? Because I don't think I can encourage other people to do so. And I responded and I said, when did I say that you were supposed to encourage other people to do anything? Because I never did. When you go back and watch it, if you hear that, that's, forgive me for saying so, your lack of individuation, your codependence. You're feeling responsible for other people's thoughts, feelings, and free will. And you're not responsible for that. However, 5D consciousness, the Aquarian age, which is upon us, 5D consciousness understands that when you shift, when you individuate, when you take full responsibility for all of your thoughts, your feelings, your intentions, and you shift yourself to 5D, guess what happens? Other people feel a strong surge of energy within them, and they start to spontaneously become awakened. The more people, if you are around, you've been this, if you're around a lot of very highly spiritually advanced people, you start to see things differently. You start to feel things differently. And then you go home, you're not around them, you're around other people who, are abusive or small-minded or two-dimensional thinking, and then you start getting pulled back into anger and fear and all kinds of other things. So you don't have to persuade anybody to do anything. But in meditation, what you can do is first tap into the power. On my channel, go and look at any of the Qigong that I have on my YouTube channel in the playlists. You can look for meditation, Qigong. You can do any of those energy practices. If you really are wanting to tap into the highest form of energy, in my opinion, that human beings have ever had on planet Earth, certainly that it's not being taught right now, to my knowledge. You can go to thunderwizard.com, click around for the 90-day challenge, and you will learn an energy practice that stimulates Qi, which is prana, life force energy. It stimulates Kundalini, which opens up the chakras and has everything to do with psychological human awareness, and an energy that has been kept secret for the past 2,000 years and has only been practiced by very high-level, specific Taoist practitioners in southern China. And that is the heart mind, which is the lightning energy that surrounds your soul. It normally stays dormant unless you know the very simple secret techniques, which have to do with simple movements that will flip the switches on and release that lightning energy, just like in Dr. Manhattan here. And when you do all three of these energies together, you have the most powerful techniques to shift yourself to operate directly from the most powerful source in the world, which is your own soul. When you do that, just when you focus on yourself, you will shift, and every single being in the universe has the opportunity to shift. That includes high-level beings. That includes deities, gods, ascended masters, bodhisattvas, beings that are much higher than you. When you empower yourself, they become empowered. When you are doing the practices that raise your awareness, it is like a beacon to them, and they come to you like moths to a flame because they feel inspired to help because you're rising to their level. And if you're able to get to their level, they can move to the next level. So they want to come and help you. It becomes this, we do this together, the true Aquarian age of cooperation. We are individuals, and yet we help each other. So this is how, first and foremost, how you raise other people's vibration. But it gets even better. I've just uploaded a new meditation series. I've just uploaded the first one. It is the second level of meditation that I give out for free if you look on my channel, or if you just type anywhere on to the net, you type in the Huul breath, which is H-U-U-L, breath. Type that in anywhere, you'll see videos of me teaching you how to do a very powerful but very simple meditation. And let me tell you why this meditation is so incredibly powerful. Normally people spend years in emptiness meditation, breath meditation, very powerful stuff, don't get me wrong. Mantra meditation. But this meditation has within it a secret technique which has been kept secret for the past 2,000 years. And it was a technique that was first revealed to human beings by a man called Tao Hong Jing. Now, many people have heard of him, and even Taoist masters practice many of the things that he taught, but they've missed one very special technique that takes a normal energy meditation and skyrockets it into the level of the powers of deities. And I teach you exactly how to do that. And that's just level 1. I've recently been downloaded a second and a third level to this meditation. And it is specifically designed to do exactly what this person is asking. I've been given techniques to not only empower myself, but to also change the awareness of all beings on earth, as well as all beings in the universe. Sound unbelievable? Sounds unbelievable to me too. But this is what the Ascended Masters have showed me. They have shown me that you can take this and you can intend with your energy in your meditation. You can intend other people's awareness. You can intend their shifting into 5D. Now, everybody has free will. But I can honestly say, looking back at all of the so-called eureka moments where I think that I've discovered something, when I look back on it, I was being upgraded. Other beings were meditating in their own sphere, in their own dimension, on their own planet even. And when they meditate and they send their energy throughout the universe, every being gets a download. Oh my God, what if I did this? What if I did that? This is the case with science, medicine, art, music, and in this case, the shift to 5D. So if you want to, you can subscribe to the thunderwizard.com YouTube channel, and you can find that whole breath level 2 and you can begin practicing it. There's multiple levels to it, which I will be releasing soon. But if you just want the basic understanding of it, just do the whole breath at home. And once you have tapped into that energy, then send it to the entire population of the earth. Send that energy of deep, powerful meditation and awareness to every being on earth. You want to really get intense about it? Send it to every being in the universe. Watch what happens. You will definitely shift. So if you want a guarantee of you shifting to 5D, that's how you can guarantee it. When you tap into the power and then you start to send it on the energetic, psychic level to all beings in the universe. That's how it happens. And who knows? It may very well be possible that you were the person chosen to shift the entire universe. You were brought here to planet Earth. You may be a being of 11D, and you said, you know what? Those humans really need help. I'm going to incarnate. I may have some challenges, but I'm going to discover or remember how to meditate. And I'm going to send my power to all human beings. And I myself, with my powerful meditative practice, I'm going to shift everybody up to 5D. I can tell you that this is how things work on the subtle level. And if you can imagine 100 people, 500 people, 1,000, 10,000 people, 100,000 people. Can you imagine what would happen to the world if 100,000 people all meditated like this? I mean, nobody would be able to resist. We would all awaken. Now, you are not responsible for how people choose to respond to the influence of your powerful meditation. You don't have any control over that. If you start doing this, watch what will happen. People will start to shift around you. People will either start shifting to the next level, but they also might be very uncomfortable by you. They might find it difficult to be in your presence, and they may separate themselves. That's okay. That's them making the choice. They're not ready yet. That's okay. They have the right not to shift if they don't want. But I guarantee you, if you make the shift, you're going to watch people start to act differently towards you, respond differently towards you. You will work through many of your limitations within yourself. There is nothing more powerful than what I call projective meditation. And in my experience, there's nothing more powerful than using these extremely powerful energy techniques that I teach you here, and then taking it to the next level, which I'm about to start teaching here at thunderwizard.com. But you don't have to wait for that. Go ahead, do the whole breath, and just send it out to every single conscious being on planet Earth, if that is your goal. You want more? Send out energy to all of the universe and invite all of the conscious beings to send their energy and focus on planet Earth. I guarantee you, you're going to see huge things happen, and you'll start shifting into a new reality. Guaranteed. Don't believe me? Do it for 30 days and prove me wrong. I dare you. All right, that's it for me, my friends. I wish you all the best. Take care. I will talk to you very soon.